I am a vlogger creating content in relations to travel, lifestyle, and wellness. And if you're a returning subscriber or you've been here before, hello to you too. Nice to see you again. Well, it is April 23rd. It is currently 4:44 in the morning. I am getting ready to head to the airport. I have airport standby today, so we'll see if I get assigned any trips to pick up. And if not, that's cool too. I'm pretty sure I'll get something maybe tomorrow or the next day, because I think I'm on reserve for 3 days straight until my next off day. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I get some interesting content for y'all. There's literally no one in here right now. Just want to show you what the crew room looks like. Tables, and then back here is like an area with computers. There's a sink, coffee maker, and microwave. And that's pretty much it. Welcome to my MTV cribs. Hey y'all, so it is currently 10:03. I'm about to call crew scheduling to check myself out of being on standby. I didn't get any assignments today. I was in the seat right here, knocked out. Didn't get any calls, so I'm about to head back to my Airbnb and see what I do for the rest of the day, but probably nothing. So I'll check in with y'all later. Just taking a bathroom break before I head home, but I just want to show y'all how cute I look in my uniform again. Y'all, in my last video, I said that I left my wings in Houston. I'm looking through my luggage, and look what I found. My wings. Would you look at that? Wow, my AFAP. Wow. Good morning, beautiful people. Y'all, I'm so annoyed. I just sat here, well, I'm not sitting, I'm standing. I just sit here and recorded a whole video. At least I thought I was recording. I get done talking, I tap on my phone to play back the video, and ain't no video. I didn't even press record. Hello. So it is April 24th. It is 4:10 in the morning. I am getting ready to head to the airport because your girl got assigned a trip today. My check-in time is 5:07 in the morning. I'm looking down at my work phone so I can tell you the details of the trip that I'm going to be working on today. So again, check-in time is at 5:07. My first flight leaves at 6:07. I'm leaving Cleveland to go to Fort Myers, Florida. That flight time is going to be 2 hours and 45 minutes. I have a sit time once I land of 56 minutes. Basically, a sit time is just the time that I'm going to be in that airport until it's time to me to report at the gate for my next flight. So my next flight leaving Fort Myers is going to be at 9:48 in the morning, and I'm going to be headed to Chicago, Illinois. That flight time is going to be 3 hours and 2 minutes. And once I land in Chicago, I have a sit time of 2 hours and 47 minutes. All right, and then leaving Chicago, Illinois, I'm going to be heading back to Cleveland, and that flight time is going to be 1 hour and 18 minutes, and that leaves Chicago at 2:37 p.m. And guess what, y'all? Guess who's purser today? For real this time. Me. I'm purser. I'm not feeling super nervous. Of course, I have a little bit of jitters because it's my first time working this position, but I'm hopeful and prayerful that I get paired with an awesome crew that's gonna help me through it and assist as needed. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the day. I'm well rested. I went to sleep at a decent time last night. And yeah, so I'm good to go. I need to get off this phone and stop talking at where I live because it's 4:12, and again I have to be at the airport at 5:07 for check-in. So my Airbnb is only like 15-20ish minutes from the airport, which is not bad, but I just want to allocate extra time just in case anything goes left. Yeah, that's my left. I gotta get some coffee. So yeah, I gotta get going because as they say, if you're on time, you're late, and if you're late, you're late. Yeah, right. All right, see y'all later. Okay, so I just landed in Chicago not too long ago. Hey y'all, so I'm in Chicago right now. I landed probably like 45 minutes ago, chopping down my sick time. I'm so tired right now, my body hurts. Yesterday I went to the gym and worked out a little bit, so I feel like that's contributing to why I'm so sore right now. Like, I'm so ready to get back to my Airbnb to lay down and go to sleep because my energy is really low and I just need rest. So it's been a long day. I'm not even gonna sit here and tell y'all about how the flights went. I'm gonna wait until I get back to my Airbnb. I'm gonna sleep and then I'll record and fill y'all in on how everything went today. But just wanted to get some footage of me in this airport. It's actually cute in here. They have these really cute decor. So yeah, just waiting to get to my next gate to pre-flight and get ready to board. I think that flight leaves in about like an hour and 15 minutes or so, so almost home free. So I will check in with y'all later. So this is the front galley. This is the area I'm working in. This is my jump seat right there. This is where I sit. And yeah, we're just waiting on boarding to begin. This is the bridge onto the aircraft. That's the door. Can you see what's in there? Perfect. This is the area I was just showing you, the galley. This is one of the areas that can stow my personal bag. It has the off-road wheelchairs in here. This is where all the emergency equipment is stored. The cockpit right there. And that's the aircraft. There's my other members of the crew back there. Bye! Bye, thank you for flying with us. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you for flying with us. Have a good rest of your day. You ready to go, huh? Thank you for flying with us. Have a good rest of your day. Bye, thank you. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you for flying with us. What's up, y'all? I'm back at my Airbnb. I'm done with my trips for today. Thank you, Lord, because I'm tired. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm tired as hell. I'm tired as heck, excuse me. I'm trying not to curse on this channel, but we'll see how long that's gonna last. But anyway, yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired, boss. I'm tired. But overall today was a good day of flying. I didn't get that much footage because honestly I was super busy on all my flights, and when I had the sit time at the first leg of the trip, by the time we landed we didn't even get off the plane. We stayed on the plane and sat down for like 10-15 minutes and had to get up and get ready to start preparing to board the next flight that was coming on once we landed in Fort Myers, Florida. So that was honestly no time available for me to record anything. And then when I had my sit time in Chicago, I could have filmed. However, I was interacting with the other crew members that were on the flight with me, because I was honestly really intrigued and conversing with the other flight attendants and getting tips, feedback on certain things. And Honestly, I didn't kind of feel like recording either at the time because I was tired. I just, But I'm also realizing that it's gonna be inevitable that I'm gonna be tired, and I'm trying to do this YouTube stuff seriously, and I know y'all want more insights, so I'm gonna have to push through and record even when I'm tired, because that's just part of the lifestyle. So forgive me, because it's an adjustment. It's definitely an adjustment with obviously starting this new career, and then also trying to get more comfortable and getting kind of into a flow of knowing that I'm gonna have to record and create content. And honestly, there were some moments when I was in the airport or like on the plane where I'm trying to like record really quick, and I'm too worried about people looking at me. Like, get over it, sweetheart. People are gonna look at you. They're gonna be wondering why you're talking to yourself in the camera. They're gonna be wondering why you're recording parts of the airplane. They're gonna be wondering, and I gotta get past that, because I'm here to create content for y'all, and I'm trying to be YouTube famous too, so I'm gonna have to get past people staring at me. And 9 times out of 10 they're staring because people just be, of course, nosy, and then also I feel like people just wish they could be comfortable, you know, being in front of the camera and stuff. So whatever. But anyways, yeah, so let's talk about these flights. My experience being purser was honestly not as terrifying as I was making it up to be in my head. I had an amazing crew on all my flights. Once again, they were super supportive and helpful, answered all my questions, assisted me in like memorizing certain cues on when to begin certain announcements, and just getting the flow of service and all of that. And when you're purser, you also have to take orders and serve the customers that are sitting in first class. And once I just got the structure of it, honestly, it wasn't that hard. Like, I have waitressing experience. I have been a waitress at lounges, clubs, bars, regular restaurants, high-end restaurants, so I kind of have a good idea of how to provide good quality service and being comfortable with serving drinks and food. However, you know, it is challenging when you're doing that on a moving aircraft over 10,000 feet in the sky, when sometimes it can be a little bit bumpy. But in regards to just doing that overall, I feel pretty comfortable doing the service part of it once I got the flow of things down, as far as the order of service, how you're supposed to hand things to a customer, and all that stuff was a little bit foreign to me. But once I got it down, it's honestly not as hard as it may seem to be. So yeah, I would think like the biggest thing was just reading all that stuff. Like, it got to a point where my mouth was literally hurting from talking so much. Like, I'm gonna have to get used to that component of it. But other than that, it was cool. Like, I actually enjoyed being purser, and I got a lot of compliments, and people were really nice to me. And yeah, it was good. And then I had another experience where I bonded with more flight attendants on my crew. There was another flight attendant who offered to take me home, give me a ride, because they were just so nice. And then I'm also realizing, like, dang, I'm actually pretty cool. She was really sweet, super just down to earth, relatable, really caring. Was happy to see new flight attendants enter her base. And I don't know what it is, but people just really gravitate towards me. They think I'm really nice and sweet, and just want to give me a warm embrace and welcome. So that was really cool. I was definitely happy that I didn't have to pay for a Lyft to come home from the airport today. Mind you, my Airbnb is only like 15 minutes from the airport. This morning, when I ordered my Lyft to go to the airport, guess how much that ride was? $30. $30. I really want to press cancel and say that there was no rides available and I didn't have a way to work, but that wouldn't have been a good excuse, now that I'm thinking about what I just said out loud. But nonetheless, I was really hurt paying that much for a ride to go to the airport. And y'all, yesterday when I went to the airport, when I was on standby, was that yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. I didn't get used, as we've seen in previous clips of this video, and I paid for a Lyft there and back, and that was like almost $40. And yeah, that kind of hurt my feelings. So I'm ready to move into this house on the 1st, because it's supposed to be really close to the train. And yeah, I'm not going to continue to spend these coins on Lyft, because I'm about to start feeling lit in my pockets because ain't no more cash gonna be left in it. Yeah, where was I going with this? I don't know. Let me stop this video and get my thoughts together and figure it out. Okay, yeah, so in a nutshell, the trips were good. Didn't get that much content, so don't really have much to go off of for today. But I got good news. I have already been assigned a trip for tomorrow. I believe it's a 3-leg trip. I think I'm going to Newark, New Jersey, and then back to Fort Myers. Again, no layovers. It's going to be a 1-day trip. In the morning when I'm prepping to get ready, I'll come back and do the same thing I did similar to this morning, give you all the details of the flight, and I believe I'm pursed on that one again tomorrow too. I'm not making any promises, but I'm going to try to get some different content than what I created today as it pertains to today's flight, and get something else that may be interesting to look at, but I really don't know what that's gonna be, but we'll see what I can come up with. And if it's nothing juicy or exciting, I apologize in advance. I'm out to get some food, take a shower, lay down for a little bit, rest my feet, because I still ain't got no new shoes and my feet is still hurting. And yeah, watch some Netflix. I just finished watching the 2nd season of Bridgerton last night. So good. So now I need to find another show to binge watch. So leave some suggestions in the comments, because I'm gonna be having a lot of downtime and I'm gonna need something to entertain me. And I don't even watch TV like that, but I want to start another show. So let me know what y'all are watching. What's up? What's happening? What's popping? What's goody? Yeah, I don't know why I did all that. Good morning. It is April 25th, 6:46 in the a.m. I am about to get ready to head to the airport. I'm gonna get dressed. Yeah, about to get ready to start this day. I'm going to do the same thing I did yesterday when I got up and read you the details of my trip. So let me pull that up. So my check-in time this morning is 8:27. That's the time I have to be at the airport. My first flight leaves at 9:27. So typically for domestic trips, you have to report to the base an hour prior to departure. So where was I? Yeah, my flight leaves at 9:27, leaving from Cleveland to go to Newark, New Jersey. That flight is supposed to land at 10:57 in the morning. The total flight time is an hour and a half. And then once I land, I have a lovely sit time of 2 hours and 28 minutes. And then my next flight will depart from Newark, New Jersey at 1:25 p.m. and I will land in Fort Myers, Florida again at, sorry, I'm trying to calculate the time because the time that's listed on here is in military time. So it's really early in the morning and I'm trying to calculate it in my head, and it looks like it's gonna land at 4:21 p.m. The total flight time is 2 hours and 56 minutes. Once I land in Fort Myers, Florida, I have a sit time of 2 hours and 3 minutes. And then I will leave Fort Myers, Florida at 6:24 p.m. and land back here in Cleveland at 9:06 p.m. The total flight time for that flight is going to be 2 hours and 42 minutes. So the total block time of my day of flying is 7 hours and 8 minutes. So that's what's on the agenda today. As I stated last night, I am going to be the purser again on this flight. Feeling much more confident and prepared going into today since I've had my taste of the position yesterday. And yeah, I'm looking for a good day. I will try to get some footage for y'all once again, and we'll see how this day goes. Stay tuned for more. Oh, and just a side note, I am so ready to move out of this Airbnb. Like, I don't know what's going on. It sounds like a circus has moved in here yesterday or the day before. Some point in time, there was new people that moved not moved in, but like came in to rent one of the rooms. And they were so loud last night. I'm trying to whisper just in case they hear it, like eavesdropping and stuff. I don't want nobody to try to fight me. But they were loud. They were banging, click clacking, clanging, and stomping, slamming doors. I'm like, what is going on here? So I was very annoyed, very much so annoyed last night. But I still was able to manage to get a decent amount of rest, but still, I'm gonna be in peace and quiet and solitude when I'm laying my head. I don't wanna hear all that. So anyway, I just want to share that. I needed to vent. I don't know what that was. I'm just modeling for y'all. Hey, this is me walking to the airport with my little okay, anyways. I'm dressed, I'm ready to go. I'm about to open my lift. Hopefully it doesn't cost me $100 to get to the airport this morning. But yeah, I'm about to head out. So I just wanted to come on and say bye. Okay, I got my coffee. I got a coconut milk-based caramel macchiato. I have a few minutes until my boarding starts for this flight, so I'm just gonna sit and chill until it's time for me to check in. Y'all, so I get to the gate to go check in, and I'm looking around. I'm like, why don't I see any other flight attendants? Like, where's the rest of my crew? I look at my work phone again and tell me why the check-in time is 8:27, not 8:07. So this whole time, ever since last night, I thought the check-in was 8:07. So I'm all just standing there like, what's going on? Am I at the right gate? I don't know why I'm always so discombobulated, but nonetheless, I'm here at the airport, and it's a good thing perhaps that I'm earlier than necessary because, like I said yesterday, if you're on time, you're late, and if you're late, you're late. So I'm here. I have like an extra 12 minutes or so that I can sit around before I need to go back to the gate to check in. So I'll see y'all a little bit later. Another thing I noticed when I was going over my flight details with y'all this morning was that I said my entire work day was 7 hours and 8 minutes. That's actually incorrect. The entire time that I'm going to be assigned to work today for my duty time is going to be 12 hours and 54 minutes, and the time that I'm actually going to be in the air flying is the 7 hours and 8 minutes that I stated earlier. So forgive me for that. I'm still learning how to read all this flight information. It can kind of get confusing because it's a lot of stuff that's on this screen, and then each of these little yellow tabs has a drop down menu with details and stuff, so it's a lot of numbers on here, and I kind of got confused, but I'm learning, so it's good. At least I caught it, because I was like, how am I starting my day at 8 something and then not getting home until 9 p.m? How is that only 7 hours? Clearly, I'm not a math person at all. But yeah, so it's going to be about a 13-hour duty day. Lovely. But most of that is going to be me sitting. I have 4.5 hours in total of sit time today. So that's where a big chunk of it is coming from. So, but it's cool, it's part of the job. I'll probably utilize some of that time to edit this video that you guys will be seeing shortly. So it's all good. I'm all for it. So I'll see y'all later. Okay, what's up, y'all? So I am at the Newark, New Jersey airport. I just landed not too long ago. I probably have about 45 minutes or so before I board for my next flight that's going to be headed to Fort Myers, Florida for boarding and pre-flight safety check and all that jazz. So I'm just sitting right now, relaxing. The first flight was pretty good. It was short. It was in 1 hour and 11 minutes. No issues on that flight. It was pretty cool. My crew is great. I got to fly with another crew member that I already previously met on, I think, my first flight that I took. Her name is Laura. She's so sweet. And that's the one I was telling you about that gave me a ride home. She's giving me a ride home today as well, which is nice. I don't have to worry about coughing up more money from my lifts. My lift this morning was $20, so that's better than yesterday, and I'm happy I don't have to get another one today. So I'm not complaining too much about that. We'll see what footage I'll be able to get on my next flight. I'll try and sneak some stuff in there if I can, depending on how crazy boarding and pre-flight is, because sometimes it'd be a lot going on where it's really difficult to like pull out my camera, prop it up and record. So I'll do the best that I can, but just want to check in with y'all, give you an update and let you know that I'm still hanging in there. See y'all later. So this airport is so cute. They have this area with all these shops and like mini restaurants and stuff. So if you're ever at the Newark, New Jersey airport, you have a lot of options on things that you can purchase. I'm not gonna get it I'm not gonna get anything because I'm already knowing this stuff is overpriced. However, it's a cute airport and you have a lot of stuff that you can get in here. Passengers on. All right, y'all, I just got off the plane. We are in Fort Myers. I got off to use the bathroom, getting back on to get on the same aircraft because we're taking the same one that brought us to Fort Myers to Cleveland. So I'm back on the jet bridge. I'm gonna walk back onto the airplane and I'm gonna take y'all with me. I have to check the time to see how much sit time we have left before this flight needs to be boarded. We have a little bit of time, so I'm just gonna sit in first class and chill. But this is what it's looking like outside. The weather looks really nice today out here in Fort Myers. Check out the action down there. Yeah, so we're on a 737 today, and I'll show y'all what it's looking like. But really not that much difference from the other plane I showed you yesterday. So the cleaner that's on here right now, and yeah, that's about it. Such a nice day out here right now. Wow. Just got a message from the CSR agent saying that our flight is now delayed, and so it's not leaving until 2.5 hours from now. Originally we were scheduled to leave at 6:24. Wait. Yeah, we were scheduled to leave at 6:24. It's currently 5:01 p.m. So the estimated departure time now is going to be 7:37 p.m. So yeah. 2.5 hours that I have until the next flight, which just extended my day a little more. But this what comes with this job. It's like you gotta expect the unexpected. Things can change with weather or mechanical delays. I'm not sure exactly what the cause of this delay is. I'm still sitting on my phone, so if I go back out and probably communicate with the CSR agent, or they might put more details and allow us access to it on our work phone. So I'll try and check and see the reason behind the delay. So yeah, don't really feel a way about it. Of course, you know, it sucks, but it's not like there's any reason to be upset because this comes with the job, right? And I don't have anything to do once I get back to Cleveland other than sleep and eat. So hey, maybe I'll utilize this time to do something productive. I should edit my video. So I'll probably do that. Yeah, I'm honestly pretty tired right now, so I'm just gonna relax even more and look out this window, maybe take a nap. I just said I was gonna edit the video, didn't I? It sounded like I'm probably not gonna do that right now, but yeah, talk to y'all later. So I actually decided to get off the plane and I'm gonna walk outside right now just to see what's out there because I can, and I have a whole bunch of sit time left. I actually got off the plane originally to look for food, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the outside is so near. Let me go out there and get some fresh air. So I'm outside. This is what it looks like in Fort Myers Airport. Beautiful day. I am loving this airport. It's so dainty and cute. Look at the green aesthetics. Yes. It's such a nice day out here. It's like a nice, I just had a brain fart. What the heck? It's a nice temperature with a good little breeze. This is so good from Starbucks. It's a iced peach green tea lemonade. Yum. Definitely recommend to try if you have not already. Hello. It is 11:11 p.m. I just made it back to my Airbnb. One of my lovely co-workers just dropped me off. I'm tired. Like, I did a high flying time trip today. I think that's the term that they use, high fly, high time, something trip. And I flew, well, not flew, but I was on duty for over 16 hours today, which is insane to even say out loud. So I can't even think or talk straight right now because I'm so tired. So I'm going to take a shower, change my clothes, and I'm gonna go to sleep. And then when I wake up in the morning, I will record and let y'all know my final thoughts on today's flying. So see you in the AM. Well, it won't really be the AM for y'all. It'll literally just be a second from now when I put the clip in there that I'm gonna record tomorrow. I don't know why I'm rambling. I'm tired as hell. Oh, I said I wasn't gonna curse. Hell is in the Bible. I think, ain't it? It is. Okay, goodbye. Good night. Hello, 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 beautiful people. So it is April 20. Let me look at the calendar. It's April 26th. It is currently 10:32 in the morning. I am feeling refreshed. I definitely slept really good last night for how tired I was. So I definitely was knocked out, and probably later today I'm gonna be taking a nap to catch up on some more sleep. But I'm feeling good. I calculated how many hours in total I worked within the last 2 days, including, so that includes the time that I actually reported to the airport to check in, to the time that I landed and checked out of my assigned trips. So for the last 2 days in total, I worked 28 hours. That's so crazy to say, like 28 hours in 2 days. And then it just hit me as I'm talking about it that the day prior I was on standby, didn't get called out, but I was sitting at the airport for 4 hours. So in total, I worked 32 hours. I'm looking down because I have notes, so that's why I'm not looking at the camera. So yeah, 32 hours in total within the last 3 days. Wow. So today I'm off, so I'm gonna be doing nothing but chilling, relaxing. I'm gonna go somewhere and get me some good food and enjoy my day off. After today, I am good for 4 days. So I've been playing around with these reserve scheduling system, trying to figure out how I can preference certain trips. And it's not like we can request like a pairing. A pairing is basically a trip that specifies the location of where you're going. I'm not allowed to specify a specific trip, at least to my knowledge, but I can specify whether or not I want to be used for my max availability. So for example, if I go in the system, there's an option for me to select max flying preference, which means that I want them to know that I am willing and able to be used for all 4 of my days, and I want to fly as many hours as possible in the day span that I'm available. There's also an option for you to just pick no preference, and they'll assign you whatever, whether that be airport standby or ready reserve. Ready reserve is pretty much you'll be on standby but at home, and you don't have to be on standby at the actual airport, which is standby. Yeah. And then there's a third preference, which is the minimum flying, which basically means that the flight attendant is requesting to be assigned whatever is remaining after the individuals who have been granted maximum flying trip, trying to fly as least amount of hours as possible. So as I'm looking in the system, tomorrow there are 2 trips that are showing up that are a 4-day assignment that's gonna have a layover, obviously. So there is 1 trip that has a layover in Sarasota and Miami, but this trip is in the marketplace for someone to pick up that has been offered by another flight attendant. So I'm not sure if I would be able to get assigned that trip, because I'm assuming that that person is still responsible for that trip until someone picks it up. But I can't pick it up on reserve unless I'm on an off day. So I'm good for 4 days, but those are the 4 days that I'm supposed to be allocating to crew scheduling for me to fill in for their needs, not necessarily for me to pick up a trip for another flight attendant whose that trip is their responsibility. I don't know if this is making sense, but hopefully you're following. If I need to clarify more on what I'm saying, just put a comment underneath the video and maybe I'll make a separate video about scheduling and stuff once I get a better understanding of what everything is and what's going on and how to do it. And so where was I going? Let me stop this video and play it back so I can see where I left off. The other 4-day trip that I see that's being listed in open time, which I'm assuming open time is what trips are being offered by crew scheduling that needs to be filled. That layover is going to be, the first one for that 4-day trip is going to be in San Jose, and the second one is going to be in Kansas City. So from what I'm gauging, I'm thinking that since I preference max flying, I checked on the reserve availability and it's listing me as the first person that's going to get assigned for a 4-day trip. So I'm pretty confident that I'll get that trip, if not the other one that I listed, unless a line holder displaces me. So basically what a line holder is a flight attendant who has an actual schedule with trips assigned on their schedule as well as specific days off. They are not going to be on standby or basically on call. They have pretty much a set schedule and they are not going to get called by crew scheduling the day of to be like, hey, can you fly somewhere? They know what trips they're going to be taking in advance unless they drop a trip. But line holders can also pick up trips. So if they see a trip that they want to go on their day off that looks appealing, they can basically take it from a reserve flight attendant who's picked it up. So they're allowed to do that 15 hours before that flight departs. So say crew scheduling is like, hey, we're gonna award you this 4-day trip with the layover. I'm all excited thinking I'm going, and then I get an alert saying, sorry, someone picked it up who's a line holder. So that can possibly happen. The only time that can't happen is if I pick up a trip on my scheduled days off. A line holder cannot take that trip from me. I know this is a lot of mumble jumble and it probably is very confusing because it's still very confusing to me. But again, like once I learn the ropes more and get actually definitive answers on how this works, I will make a separate video about that if people are interested in learning about scheduling and reserve life and things like that as far as it pertains to trip assignments. So I'm hoping nonetheless that I get a 4-day trip and we'll see how that goes. So I should find out tonight, hopefully after 7:30, I believe. So I'll be checking back to see what I get assigned, and then if I get a trip, you'll obviously see that in my next video that I post on my channel. But let me rewind a little bit. So yesterday, that last flight that I was waiting to get on that I told y'all was delayed, leaving from Fort Myers to go back to Cleveland. Come to find out, the reason why I was delayed is that we were waiting on the pilots. They were coming in from Houston, actually, ironically, to Fort Myers, and there was an issue with that flight that they were on. I'm not sure why their flight was delayed, but nonetheless, it was delayed, which caused us to be delayed, which is pretty much a chain reaction in the airline industry. So we were waiting on the pilots. The pilots finally got there, right? And we were waiting on a flight attendant from another crew to join the other 3 flight attendants that I was with. And there was a mix-up with the flight attendant, they found one, released her, found another flight attendant, released him, and then brought him back. So he was already leaving the airport and then got called in saying, hey, we actually do need you still, so can you come back to this gate? So that delayed it even more. But once he got there, we got boarding going, and it was a little chaotic a little bit because we were trying to, you know, obviously get the flight going, but it was a full flight, so it was a lot of people. There was a lot of kids on there, and it kind of took a little bit longer than we would have liked it to because we want to try to make up that time that they've been sitting there. But overall, the cabin was really, really cool and calm and collected, considering the fact that they were waiting over an hour to get on this flight so they can go home or to wherever they needed to go after. So they were actually really, really, really nice and chill, and I didn't have any issues on that flight. It was a good flight overall, minus, you know, the delays. I had a really good day of flying. I was blessed with amazing crews again. I think I stated this earlier that I ran into another flight attendant that I previously met on my first day of flying, so that was nice. And I got a ride home from her again. Her husband actually picked her up from the airport and he dropped me off with her as well in the car. So I was talking to them, they're talking to me about the Cleveland area because they're Cleveland natives and they are super, super sweet. And I'm just loving everyone that I've been meeting so far. Everyone has been super, super nice, helpful, supportive, and encouraging. I also met a flight attendant yesterday that was assigned on pretty much all three of my trips. She's been with the company for 25 years, so she celebrated her 25th year yesterday. United gave her a certificate congratulating her on her time with the company, and I was able to take a photo with her. Her name is Christy. Shout out to you, even though I highly doubt she's ever gonna see this video, but just saying hey anyway. But she was super helpful and nice to me, and she even offered to give me some of her old uniforms, so I'm really hoping that she has like a blue sweater or a blue dress for me, so fingers crossed, because I really want one of those because they're not making the blue dress anymore, so I really want one. So yeah, that was nice. I've been just continuing to interact with other flight attendants, get some good tips and tricks and suggestions that may be beneficial as I go along learning more about this lifestyle. But overall, yesterday was a good day. No complaints. Definitely got more comfortable with being purser. I can honestly say, y'all, ironically, this is crazy because I was really, really nervous about being purser, but I really think purser is going to be my ideal position to have. Like, I just like talking, even though it's a lot of announcements, but I think I have a very good announcement voice, and I got a lot of compliments on my announcements yesterday. So I like talking on the PA system. I like interacting with the customers in the first class and serving them their meals and their champagne and mimosas in the morning. Like, it's actually pretty cool. I like it. And then I still have the ability to interact with the rest of the cabin as well, because once I'm done serving the customers in first class, I go back to the back of the aircraft and I help the other flight attendants serve beverages to the economy aisle. So I'm still seeing pretty much everybody on the plane. I greet people as they enter and exit off the aircraft as well. So you kind of get the best of both worlds doing that, but it is a lot of work. But I don't know, I think it kind of makes the flight go by a little bit faster because you're doing so much stuff. So I liked it. It was cool. We had a bunch of young kiddos on the flight. They were like taking a school trip to Tel Aviv. Like, they looked like they were in middle school. They were going to Tel Aviv. I'm like, what? That is so cool. My school trips were just taking me to the museum and stuff, but they're going out of the country. So that was really cool. So I gave them a special announcement on the airplane, and they were really happy about that. They seemed really excited. So it was cool to see them on the flight. And then my last flight, I had a customer came on board and informed me that his family member and his now wife had just got married, and he wanted to know if I can give them a special shout out over the PA system, which I did, and the whole cabin clapped for them, and that was really cool. So they were not expecting that. They were really happy to hear that announcement. So yeah, there's little special things that you can do on the aircraft to make customers' experience feels specialized. It was a good day of flying. No complaints whatsoever. So I think that's pretty much it as far as the wrap up of my day flying yesterday. We'll see what happens tomorrow and the rest of the days of this upcoming week. I'm gonna get some content for y'all, of course. And as always, leave any suggestions or questions that you may have for me in the comment section below the video. You can also follow me on Instagram, DM me. I'm very interactive. I like to socialize with everybody, so definitely will try to get back to you if I don't see your comment or question right away. Oh yeah, I just remembered in one of my videos, I don't remember which one it was, but I was saying how my feet was hurting, and someone in the comments was like asking me if I had flats, and I said I didn't get any flats yet, and I have yet to still get new shoes, and my feet are still hurting right now. But I wanted to show y'all the shoes that I wear. So these are like, they're dirty, excuse me, but excuse them, I have a big foot, I have elephant feet. But this is what my shoes look like. So these I can wear on the concourse, which is basically walking around the airport, and then I also can wear them in flight as well. So they're a multi-purpose shoe as far as meeting the uniform standards, but I want to get some actual flats. I need to get some Crocs or something when I'm in flight, serving drinks, walking around, because baby, these Dorothy shoes, they look like they're not gonna be that much uncomfortable, but trust me, they're uncomfortable as heck. So yeah, those are the shoes I have right now. They're really dirty. I didn't notice that until right now. Looks like I was walking through the zoo or something with these on the desert. But yeah, I need to get some new shoes, but I just want to show y'all the ones that I have. Oh, I also wanted to ask y'all what y'all think about my new intro. I made that by myself too. I found a little template on Etsy, inserted my little pictures and whatever music I wanted to use, and I think it came out cute. What y'all think? And I also got a new tripod and a ring light for my iPhone. See, I'm trying to get up there with the equipment so I can increase the quality of these videos for y'all. So eventually I want to get like an actual professional camera, but I think for right now this is cool. So I'm learning how to improve the overall experience for y'all. So let me know what you think about the quality of the video and my intro and stuff, because I like to have feedback. I want to interact with y'all and let you know what you like and what's working and what's not working. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you so much. For those who are returning back to my channel, or if you're a new subscriber, I appreciate you just as much, and looking forward to seeing you in my next video.